Yeah.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's being reported that Marcos Maidana has recently signed a multi-fight deal with Premier Boxing Champions, PBC. According to this article, his first fight back is going to be against, obviously, an opponent who's a bum, which makes sense because, Marcos Maidana hasn't been in the ring in, God, how long has it been? 5, 6 years? His last fight was against Floyd Mayweather. God, it was back in December 2013. Damn, hold up. Okay, no, his last fight was in 2014, so that was Mayweather versus Maidana Part 2. Wow, so he's been out of the ring for a minute, man. And we've seen him outside the ring. He looks like he's gained a ton of weight. I wonder if that money's running low or if he just wants to come back to boxing. Me personally, I believe that his money's probably running low if he's coming back to boxing. Marcos Maidana's in his mid-30s. I don't see how he's planning on coming back to 147 at this stage in his life. He's in his mid-30s. It's going to be tough to get all that weight off of him. But if he does, respect to him. And I would have loved to see Marcos Maidana continue his career after he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Looking at the current landscape at 147, he'd be a nice little fighter for one of these welterweights, whether it's Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. But, of course, that's if he's back in the shape that he was in when, he was fighting against Floyd. That was a really good version of Marcos Maidana. He is 35-5, but he got 31 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Marcos Maidana was once a very feared fighter. He's the guy who gave Adrien Broner his first loss. He's the one who provided us with this bum version of Adrien Broner that we have today. Now, again, according to this article, Maidana's first fight back will be against, a bum. But it's being reported that his second fight is going to be against Adrien Broner in a rematch. Now, that's an interesting fight. I still think that's an interesting fight to see Maidana and Broner fight again. This could be big. Now, if Maidana's anything like he was before, it's an easy win for Maidana. But according to this article, I don't know who the fuck wrote this article, but they really feel like Adrien Broner could beat Marcos Maidana. Perhaps, Maidana's got a lot of ring rust, and we don't know how he's going to look when he comes back, So Broner could potentially win the fight, but, it'd be a shot at redemption for Adrien Broner. And, in a lot of interviews I've seen Adrien Broner say he wants to, avenge some of his losses, but he's accumulated so many. I'm not sure he's got enough time left in his career to redeem some of these losses he's accumulated. It still seems like Adrien Broner has a lot of options even after he lost to Manny Pacquiao on pay-per-view. That just shows you what kind of draw he is. Now, Marcos Maidana, if he were to win against Adrien Broner, if he looks good, I say match him up with one of these other welterweights, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia's not a title holder, but just, a bigger name at welterweight. It could make for an interesting fight, Maybe a rematch against Amir Khan. A lot of possibilities of Marcos Maidana can come back to the sport of boxing in fighting shape, but I doubt he'll come back looking good. According to this article, his first fight back could be at 154. Well, that makes more sense if he comes down to 154 and, just gets back in the ring just to fight somebody and then sheds a little bit more weight, get down to 147. That's where the money is anyway. If he can, again, and I keep saying this shit, if he can look like he looked in his last couple of fights against Floyd, I think he could stand to be a draw, make some good money, and go toe-to-toe with some of these other welterweights, man. Let's see, what else are they talking about here? Maidana. Why are they talking about Maidana versus Triple G? This Boxing News 24 be having some bullshit-ass articles. Yeah, I mentioned Danny Garcia, Amir Khan. All right, fuck all this bullshit from this article. Marcos Maidana finna come back, and if he's, anything like he used to be, which he probably isn't, he's gonna be a beast. If he's a bum, if he comes back looking like shit, even though I don't think he can, if he keeps that same trainer, I think he might just be all right. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. I'm out.